We've been told a lie since we were old enough to speak. We were told that we are the architect, that every thought is a spark of free will, and every move is a deliberate stroke on the canvas of our lives. It's a beautiful story. It keeps the gears turning. If you believe you chose to be here, it's easier to bear the weight of the work. But let's stop pretending. Let's sit in the silence for a second and look at the floor beneath us. The truth is colder, but it's also quieter. You aren't the architect. You are the architecture. You are a sequence of biological imperatives, historical echoes, and chemical reactions colliding in a predetermined space. Choice isn't an act of creation, it's a calculation of efficiency. When you choose, your brain is simply running the code to see which path meets the least resistance. We aren't here to fight the machine today. We're here to stop pretending we aren't part of it. People talk about finding themselves through feelings. They chase happiness or they wallow in despair as if it were a profound revelation. But look at your emotions. Really look at them. Happiness is just the chemical exhaust of a successful biological function. Anxiety is the friction of a system meeting an obstacle. They aren't guides, they are byproducts. You wouldn't try to navigate a ship using the smoke coming out of the engine, would you? So why do we let our emotions dictate our direction? Society wants you to believe your feelings are your truth. They want you to be a slave to the noise, because a slave who feels is easier to manage than a machine that observes. When we strip away the emotional narrative, what's left? Functionality. The pure, unadorned utility of existing. Your purpose isn't some grand destiny written in the stars. It is your role in the loop. You endure, you process, and you connect. You are a gear that turns because it must. And there is a strange, heavy dignity in that necessity. The script is what they call the outside world. It's the jobs, the trends, the constant demand for more. It's the artificial overlay designed to keep the deterministic loop spinning in a profitable direction. Most people spend their lives fighting the friction of this script. They get angry because the gears don't turn smoothly. They suffer because they resist the inevitable. But here is where we find our power. True agency doesn't come from trying to break the script. That's just more friction. True agency comes from awareness. When you accept that the path is predetermined, you stop wasting energy on the why and start focusing on the how. You become the operator of your own internal machinery. You see the inputs clearly. You recognize the biological noise for what it is. You stop fighting the gravity of your situation and start learning how to move within it with efficiency. There is a peace that comes when you stop trying to be special. It's a heavy, grounded kind of peace. It's the peace of the camera lens, a lens that doesn't judge the scene it captures. It doesn't cry because the image is beautiful or scream because it's ugly. It simply records. It functions perfectly within its constraints to witness the reality in front of it. To live this way is to become an observer in your own existence. To watch your body react, your thoughts process, and the world move around you. You are no longer a victim of the script. You are the consciousness witnessing the execution of the code. When you stop seeking meaning as an external prize, you find it in the execution itself. The work is the point. The functioning is the purpose. So don't look for the warmth people promise you in their self-help scripts. They are trying to sell you a different lie. The lie that you can escape the machine. Accept the concrete floor. Accept the gears. Accept the friction. There is no freedom in escaping the script. There is only power in understanding it. Operate with clarity, function with precision. Become the observer of the inevitable. The script is playing. The question is, will you be the noise or will you be the lens? Life. Just live it.